I love a good fritter. If I see a corn fritter or a zucchini fritter or any kind of veggie fritter on a menu, something that allows me to just pick something up with my hands and take a tasty dip into something else, I am sold. So I have got a tasty little carrot, chickpea and harissa cake or fritter for you today. And it's sort of utilizing some dry ingredients that you might find in your pantry and some of yesterday's extra cooked carrots. I want to give our chickpeas a little bit of a mash. So this is 1 can of chickpeas, drained well, rinsed and then drained, not the reverse. These are going to be a part of our binding agent in our fritters. You can give them quite a good workout. And then we'll add our carrot. As I said, it could be, if you're cooking carrots the night before, this is a great way to utilize any leftovers or purposely cook a few extras to save yourself some time the next night. They could be steamed, barbecued, roasted. Just make sure that all the moisture has left them, because we don't want to be adding too much moisture to these fritters or these little carrot cakes as they were. We're nearly there. I don't mind if there's a little bit of texture, but it shouldn't be sort of the majority visible chickpeas because it just won't hold together. All right, so I'm gonna add all of our carrot. It's already been loosely mashed, but I'm just gonna give it another bit of a mash through our chickpeas. And we are gonna mix this with our hands as well, but may as well give it a good head start with a little bit of body weight behind it. This is a really good vegetarian snack or starter, or you could just serve it more generously as a main course as well. We also have some dried spices. So we've got some dried coriander and some dried cumin. Cumin and carrots are best friends. Our homemade harissa sauce. Now you could always serve it with more harissa if you wanted to. The recipe for that is on our website, so if you do want to make it yourself, a little bit of pepper, a pinch of salt. You can always season them more at the end after cooking if you wish. Now I have some fresh coriander here as well. I would like the green flecks throughout our beautiful little carrot cakes here. So I'm just gonna give them a bit of a dice, a bit of a chop, and then we will have some fresh coriander in our dipping sauce as well. Now it doesn't have to be perfect, but we also don't want too chunky bits because it actually makes them harder to bind, harder to hold together, and then it's gonna make it harder to cook. So all of our fresh coriander into our bowl. So we've got dried coriander, fresh coriander, and then we're gonna have fresh coriander in the sauce as well. Coriander and carrots, once again, best mates, very tasty partnership there. And to help us bind, we've got 2 eggs. We'll give this a bit of a head start with our silicone spatula here, and then we will get our hands into it. These work even better with a little bit of cooling time before frying them off. So you could put them in the fridge for about 20 minutes, enough time for us to make our sauce, set that aside, come back and cook. If you wanted to make it a day ahead, feel free, more than welcome. Or you could actually just cook one portion now, cook another portion tomorrow if it's refrigerated. If your mix is too moist or too wet and it's not sort of holding together, you could include some gluten-free breadcrumbs or some dried falafel mix to help bind it, bring it back together. So we've got our fry pan here. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil. We'll cook up one batch, make our sauce, and then serve up. So while our little carrot cakes are cooking there, let's prepare our sauce. So we've got some beautiful thick Greek yogurt, and we'll put some coriander in here and some lemon. Now, as I said, if you wanted to, you could serve this with additional harissa. So if you wanted to make them extra spicy, or even just have the lovely contrast in color, you could do that. So our coriander leaves in there. We'll juice half a lemon to start with. Now this will be quite sour because we've sort of got some nice slow, toasty, spicy, warm flavors in our cakes. So this is a nice contrast, which will really brighten the whole dish up. So we'll get that to a nice vibrant green, really smooth, and then we'll plate up. So with depending on the speed of your blender, you might get this beautiful vibrant green. So we'll pour that into our little dish there. Pop the rest for a side tomorrow so that we can have a snack as well. We get our little dish of sauce there. And our little cakes are ready here. So as I said, could be a snack, could be served with a side salad for lunch, could be a starter for a tasty dinner. But there are my Harissa carrot cakes. Really tasty, sort of quite satisfying and satiating vegetarian dish. I hope you'll give this one a try.